EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Off we go from Lumen Field. He fields it at the 8. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here we go, set!
Off the play fake, here's Milrow. Got a man coming across the field, he's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A huge play right off the bat. It's a gain of 34.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Milrow. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. And the Niners are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 5.
Get set, get set!
Man in motion is Coleman. On 2nd down, Purdy. A pass caught right side by Coleman. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Purdy to throw. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away. Play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go! Go!
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. Up big hole. Past the 40. Still going. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 80 yards. Touchdown, Seattle.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Get set, get set. What's up? Start.
The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing is Purdy. This throw left side, caught by Kittle. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Get set, get set.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Purdy to Kittle for the Niners' 1st down.
1st and 10.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Throw here down the field. It'll fall. Incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Get set, get set.
Throwing again is Purdy. Defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Here's Purdy again. He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down. 10 yards on the pickup, and that's good for a 1st down.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
A run for the first time here with Jordan James. Oh, the ball's out.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Here we go. Here we go. Cougar.
On 2nd down, Milrow. Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. A gain of 18 for number 18. And a 1st down.
That's good.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
They'll throw on 1st down with Milrow. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Hiking 18. Ready.
First run of the game here with Zach Charbonnet. And he's going to pick it up, take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Ready, go!
They go play action now with Milrow. As his man Smith-Njigba working across the field. And he's into the end zone. Jackson Smith-Njigba. Touchdown, Seattle. 17 touchdowns now on the year.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch. But the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback. And then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills. And wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
First down 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
It's it.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's complete to Coleman. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. That is caught downfield by Pearson. A gain there of 24 yards. It's good for a Niners first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when.
Oh, they're running in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have come up with the recovery. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought. Knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Now it's Milroe. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
A loss of 2 yards leads.
So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Third and long.
Tag! Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Out of the gun, it's Milroe. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Nick Bosa getting home to drop him. He's up to a dozen sacks now on the year. So it's fourth down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. Ricky Pearsall deep for the Niners. Take it in at the 8. A nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20.
At their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. He gets free. Inside the 30. And he is gone. 76 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. Met back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, 49ers 7.
Here's Stout after the touchdown to send this one away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. He'll get across the 20, mark him down to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll run the toss with Walker. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Milroe. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Come on, come on. Set. Ready.
Throwing is Milroe. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Seattle.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
46-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And he will not get to the end zone, but he'll get plenty of yards. A terrific run, bringing it to the 5.
41 yards on the play.
A big play for Seattle. 41 yards.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
5 yards from the house. They've got it first and goal.
Ready, steady.
Here's Milroe to throw. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
To second and goal.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half.
Another one from the 5. Second down and goal.
Here we go, shot. Ready, right?
Now Milroe. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And now third and goal coming up.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
That'll be intercepted. And the Niners are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where it needed to be.
Running left, it's McCaffrey. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you could see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
3rd and 11. From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. The 49ers out to punt this one, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. That's taken in at the 50. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. On first down, it's Milroe. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Wilson. Touchdown, Seahawks.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense. And then, what can you say about that ball? You can't put that ball in a better spot. And with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now, Watkins on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball, and while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space, because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Second and 10. Now it's the man from Oregon. This is Jordan James. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And that is incomplete contact, but the flash. It's going to be fourth down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, it's Jake Moody time for the Niners. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. Here's Jordan Stout now as he is on to punt it away for San Francisco. Oh, they had a shot there. It hit the 5, but it continues into the end zone. It will come back out to the 20.
Here we go. Cougar 19.
Now Milroe on first down. Going up top. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A big play for Seattle. 59 yards.
The 21-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Rolling right. That is hauled in at the 5. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with first and goal.
They do a really nice job of taking everything away initially, but you have to keep the quarterback in the pocket, especially if you're playing man coverage. You simply can't ask your coverage unit to match up and cover that ball.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Michael Williams in there to drop him as he records his 5th sack of the year.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal.
A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
Two minutes remain here in this first half. We're back to Seattle after this.
Ready,
3rd and goal.
Let's go now. Let's go.
To the air, it's Milroe. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Did they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
They're on 27-yard line.
Get it. 70 Timberwolves. Steady.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This throw left side caught by Kittle. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Watkins motioning over. They'll throw out of the gun. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looks like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This brought in out past the 20. And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there.
Let's go.
Throwing now, Milroe on 1st down. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab.
Complete to Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Go!
From the shotgun, it's Milrow. That one on target to Watson. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. First and 10.
Come on, set, ready.
He'll look to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Numbers 11 to 12 on the season. The extra point is up and through. And the Seahawks add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Now Watkins on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. They'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Here we go, here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
42-yard line.
Here we go, shot. Cowboy 80. Ready, right?
Starting this drive on the ground. Here comes Charbonnet. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Draw. Here comes McCaffrey. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
A lot of times the success of a draw depends on the defensive ends, Mike, rushing the passer. In this case, a great job by the defensive end. He initially reads pass, but then he determines that it's going to be a draw. He quickly adjusts, and he's able to tackle the running back for a loss.
He'll be hit as as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
It is 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive. But instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
The 49ers out for the punt as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down.
33-yard line.
On the set. Set. Ready.
On the ground, it's Walker. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
Have to imagine at some point here, Mike, the defensive coordinator looks to change things up. This running back has had his way with them all day long. Get a few more guys in the box. And then you know what that does. It opens you up down the field to that passing game.
Warner in on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Let's go.
Now Charbonnet. And he's able to find the crease. Get ahead for 7. He'll bring up 3rd down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down. But that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Now a 3rd and 2.
Go. Steady.
We'll try and run it with Walker. And he will have the Seahawks first down. At least it appears that way. Got it by maybe the length of a football.
This defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy all game long. Comes through again there with a nice conversion to bring up first down.
Come on, come on.
On play action, Milrow. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Third down and 9.
Here we go, here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60.
From the gun, it's Milrow. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Strike. Ready.
Now they'll throw it with Milrow. Throwing right. It's taken in. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. That is a gain of 20. And what a chance now. 1st and goal coming up. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. Hey, that's a nice job. Something out of nothing. Sidestepping defenders for a gain of 4.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
From the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Charbonnet. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
On 3rd and goal, Milrow. He's got his big tight end. A.J. Carter. Touchdown, Seahawks. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved his defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Over the middle to Ayuk, complete. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
Back to throw. The man, that is Jordan Watkins. And he gets run out of bounds. A short pickup, but it's good enough for a 1st down.
Gain of 4 yards.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
On the jump.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Come on.
And in motion is Coleman. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down.
Good pickup of 16 on that screenplay and a first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Ready? Here we go. Let go.
On first and 10, it's James. How about that? Quick feet there. Made a man miss on his way to a nice pickup of 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Third down and 3.
Here we go. Set.
Here's Saul, the man in motion.
Ready, right?
They'll throw here on third and short yardage. He's got his man complete to Pearsall. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18.
Blocking 18.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
That's Ayuk with it on the left side. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is third and a yard. On to the fourth quarter we go, and it begins with a McCaffrey run. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up fourth down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready.
On first down, they'll start with Charbonnet. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Ready?
On the handoff, this is Walker. They're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 15. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Go! Let go!
On 2nd down, here's a run with Charbonnet. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
3rd and long.
Ready?
They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. They'll be taken down well short of the first down. Gain of about 4. And it brings up 4th down. The Seahawks sending out their punt team, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready, ready. Ready,
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And that would lead to a 2nd down.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
On 2nd down, James. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. First down, 49ers.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit. The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. 3rd down coming up.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Okay, ready?
The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down.
Go.
And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
They go three tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Set it. Bronco 80. Check out.
Here's a run inside, and it's Charbonnet. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
At the 35-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Walker. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
We're trying to pick this one up with Martinez. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Spencer Schrader comes on to try the field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Now, Watkins on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll start on the ground with James. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
Come on.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Ready.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
They'll look to throw yet again. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down. What a good choice to get out and run. That's a pickup of 18 and a first down. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Here we go. Set.
And in motion is Coleman. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. The Seahawks scoop it up.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
60 bison. Ready.
The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. Second and 11.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, it's a win here for the Seahawks. They're able to build on the solid performance of a week ago, and they make it 2 in a row with the victory here in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks, as we say, so long from Seattle.